My name is Linda, and I was 22 years old when it all happened. I lived in League City, a small town near I-45, in 1986. Back then, I worked as a waitress at a roadside diner called Joe's, right on the highway, where truckers and locals would stop by. It was an ordinary place, with a neon sign and the smell of coffee, but after that summer, I couldn't work there anymore. I couldn't drive down that road, and even now, I still can't. It all started in June when Laura Miller went missing. She was 16, a high school student, and she'd sometimes come into the diner with her friends. Pretty, always smiling, loved ordering cherry pie. I remember her mom putting up missing person posters all over town on telephone poles, in the store, even on our diner's door. Laura had gone to the local mall to meet friends and just vanished. No one saw her leave. No one heard anything suspicious. She was just gone, like she'd never existed. A couple of months later, they found her, not alive. Her body was discovered in that abandoned oil field a few miles off the highway. Locals called it the killing field, and I didn't understand why at the time. But rumors were already circulating. It wasn't the first body found there. I heard from truckers that the police had been pulling remains out of those swamps and thickets for years. Girls, young women all around the same age. It was chilling, but the scariest thing was what I saw that night, a couple of weeks before they found Laura. I'd finished my shift late, around midnight, and was driving home along I-45. The road was empty, just the headlights of my old Honda lighting up the asphalt. I was passing by that same field where they later found Laura, and then I noticed something strange. On the shoulder at the turnoff to an old dirt road, there was a truck. Not a regular pickup, but some kind of van, no markings, dark, almost blending into the night. It was parked in a way that made it seem like someone didn't want it to be noticed. I slowed down because I got an uneasy feeling. There was nothing in my rearview mirror, but I could feel someone watching me. And then I saw a figure. It was a person, tall, dressed in dark clothes, standing at the edge of the field. They didn't move, just stared in my direction. I couldn't make out a face, it was too dark, and my headlights only caught their silhouette. But I still remember how my blood ran cold. I floored the gas and drove off without looking back. When I told my friend who worked in the police about it, he said it was probably just a drifter, but I saw him go pale. He knew girls were disappearing in that area. After that, I started noticing strange things. Men I'd never seen before would come into the diner. They'd order coffee, sit in the corner, and just watch. They didn't talk, didn't smile, just observed. One time, I overheard one of them mention the field during a phone call. I don't know if it was related, but I couldn't stay there anymore. I quit a month later, when they found Laura, and then another girl after her. The police started patrolling the highway more often, but it didn't help. People said someone was out there, someone who knew the area like the back of their hand, someone who could disappear into those swamps. I heard stories from other locals about strange cars seen at night, about sounds like screams coming from the fields. My neighbor swore she saw a shadow moving across the road. No flashlight, nothing. She said it wasn't human. I left League City in 1987. I couldn't live near that highway anymore. But even now, all these years later, I can't forget that silhouette on the roadside. And I still wonder, who was it? One person? Several? Or something we don't even want to know about? The police never found answers. And those fields, they're still there. And people are still disappearing.